Essay 12, The Free Choice Polarity Puzzle. Earth is an environment where we have freedom to choose between polar opposites, love versus fear, collaboration versus separation, growth versus coasting, etc. Our individual choices not only affect our personal outcomes, but also influence our collective experience. At a quantum level, the universe registers and unconditionally supports every thought as a vote for the type of reality we wish to experience. Imagine your thoughts being directly wired to a cosmic remote control, except instead of changing TV channels, every thought first alters your reality and then alters your experience of it. Internally, we choose our thoughts in response to what may be an inherently neutral external occurrence. Those thoughts emanate quantum field fluctuations to magnetically attract experiences of a like vibrational nature. Since polar opposites and the entire spectrum between them fall within what's known as the divine all, the spiritually mature may view everywhere on the spectrum as a valid expression of the divine seeking to better know itself. That said, they've likely realized that the dark energy polarity involves tons of needless pain, only to ultimately progress to a dead end. Beyond that point, only the light energy track continues to progress. Hence, besides being more pleasant and efficient, the light energy path ultimately becomes the only game in town. Rather than the old good versus evil soap opera, the universal polarity system operates more on expansion or contraction, connection or separation, an upward spiral or a downward spiral, and flow or resistance. In science speak, leaning towards the light energy pole has a syntropic effect, raising things to a higher level of order, while leaning towards the dark energy pole has an entropic effect, degrading things to lower levels of order. Those who align their thought frequencies with expansion-oriented choices may get the cosmic VIP treatment. Increased synchronicities, solutions appearing even before problems fully develop, a sense of unseen universal support, enhanced energy, vitality, and longevity, and relationship dynamics that are more likely to work. Meanwhile, folks making contraction-oriented mental choices may get something more like the cosmic swimming upstream in molasses experience. Problems multiply faster than rabbits. Life feels like it's happening to us rather than for us. Fatigue may seem normal, and relationships may be more of an emotional obstacle course. If you're searching for the why do I care in all of this, this is why. At whatever frequency our thoughts are broadcasting, the universe tends to deliver vibrationally matching experiences with the emotional detachment of a vending machine. Fear-based thinking? Congratulations, you've just ordered the anxiety special with a side of drama. Love-based thinking? Welcome to the Life is Pretty Awesome buffet. While we may be constantly influencing, if not directly creating our personal reality show, there's also our impact on the collective, where everyone's choices blend together like the world's most complex smoothie. This could explain why some historical periods feel like most everyone's decided to have a dark, contracting era, while other periods seem more expansively enlightened. If you asked a spiritually advanced person whether we're currently in a period of dark or light, the answer would likely be yes, in that our current era will one day be referred to as the light-dark frequency wars. As part of the shift, our shared vibrational conditions, believe it or not, are actually improving as more and more choose the expansion menu over the contraction combo meal. The news media might not talk about it, but for those willing to look beyond the doom-scrolling headlines, plenty of evidence is there. Per the Z's, we are now at a pivotal point in which Earth's old energy narratives and conditioning are going to be replaced faster than most would expect. Per Angie Hippel, the spiritually unaware tend to blow their energy budget on the needs of the ego. That is, the need for control, the need for approval, and the need to feel safe. It should be no surprise that these are all lower chakra survival priorities, Those with sufficient spiritual savvy to move past this beginner's stage may experience life very differently by prioritizing what's important to our soul, our time, energy, and attention. Given that, if the news and advertisements we're bombarded with are not purposely weaponized to hijack our time, energy, and attention by way of content designed to keep us focused on control, approval, and safety, it would be quite the coincidence. Assuming it's no coincidence, will we just open our mouths like a baby bird to all that weaponized, toxic content, or employ our sovereignty of mind to choose differently? Newbies to the Earth incarnation game may try to control everything around them like overzealous puppet masters, while more seasoned players realize they can best impact their outer environment by controlling their inner environment. Ironic plot twist. When we stop trying to micromanage the universe outside and manage our thought broadcasts from within, the universe tends to become much more cooperative. In addition, master level participants may accelerate our collective paradigm shift by helping others reclaim their choice making superpowers. Reportedly, some brave souls pre selected a nightmare difficulty incarnation, complete with challenging conditions, to force rapid spiritual development through the school of hard knocks. Others seem to have pre selected an easy mode incarnation so they can focus more on being of service. Many of us seem to have instead picked a medium difficulty incarnation with just enough challenges to keep things interesting, but with some safety nets. Here's the beautiful part. Regardless of your pre incarnation initial settings, your ongoing choices can alter your pre selected path. It's like having the ability to change your video game's difficulty level mid play, except the game is your life, and the controller is your controlled and examined thoughts and beliefs. Certain activities work like sovereignty of mind vitamins, like meditation, time in nature, and service oriented actions. On the flip side, fear based media consumption, toxic relationships, and a victim mentality seem to impact our sovereignty of mind more like junk food. They might seem interesting and satisfying in the moment, but they'll ultimately leave you worse off. Learning to catch yourself moment to moment before taking a mental path you don't prefer is like developing an internal GPS. The objective isn't to avoid all challenges, but to quickly develop the skills and learnings these experiences are designed to cultivate. The first time, before the universe is forced to increase the pain level. The endgame is about developing self sovereign mastery over our thoughts while keeping our petrified beliefs malleable enough to allow for continuous growth. Will we use our free will and effort to redirect our thoughts towards love based cooperative thinking, believing, and acting in order to provide a helping hand to ourselves and others? When a critical mass reaches this stage, the entire collective system will shift to the next level. Think of it as humanity's graduation to the next grade. The $1 million question for each individual is, where within the opposite poles are you currently playing? And how's that working out for you? Are you still trying to control everything in the external and getting stressed out? Or have you figured out the mechanics of a more ascended way of living? Are you offering others the means to level up? The beautiful thing about this system is that you can advance quickly through consistent, conscious choices, choosing love based responses, even when fear based reactions may seem more realistic or socially acceptable. Earth is basically an experiential playground for consciousness growth where our moment to moment free choice between and within opposite polarities impacts both our individual and collective realities. Expansion or contraction, connection or separation, flow or resistance, the remote control is in your hands. What will it be? The preceding is an AI approximation of Bob Cochran's writing and voice. For more information on Bob's first book, Emerging Imaginal You, a time-traveling note to self from the corner of science and spirituality, or his second book, Hyperdimensional You, Surfing the Shift Toward Mastery, check out Clever, the number 2, Wise, that's clever2wise.com. On Facebook, search for hashtag Clever2Wise. To be notified of Bob's latest free video, search for @Clever2Wise on YouTube and click subscribe.